Alright YouTube, so for today's vlog I'll be talking about something I'm really excited to talk about, which is the upcoming supposed James Gunn Teen Titans movie. As I've mentioned in a few of my vlogs, I really love the concept of the Teen Titans and the show is very nostalgic for me, so really hope they get this movie right, and I'm going to dive into my thoughts about this movie and sort of my ideas behind it. And I absolutely love this hat. Showed it off in a vlog recently from Etsy. It's an Umbreon hat, but I actually originally wrote a Teen Titans script once and published a Lego stop motion animation video on my very first Jones Beach YouTube channel, which is almost 6 years old and it doesn't exist anymore sadly, but hopefully I can revise that video, and if not, I'll give some script ideas and the full script at some point, but I'll talk about some ideas I had. But thinking about it on second thought, the ideas I had will not tie well into this vlog, so I'll save the Jones Beach Lost Teen Titans vlog for another day, I promise. But I was originally going to do sort of a fan cast for this vlog, but I realize I'm kind of unfamiliar with sort of a lot of the actors and actresses and kind of just, know generic and sort of the big stars, because I used to follow a lot of actors and actresses' careers to try to fan cast many years ago, but I've forgotten a lot since then and a lot of new people have come in, so whatever they do with the cast, hopefully they do good actors and actresses, because other than that, I don't really care who plays who as long as it's good. Now, to be brutally honest, I honestly hope they go with a different villain than Deathstroke, similar to how they go with a different villain in the Batman movie than Joker, because as much as I love both Joker and Deathstroke, I feel like it's cool to give other villains more attention, sort of lesser known characters, so whoever the villain of the Teen Titans movie is, it's good with me, but I do hope if it's not someone unknown, that it's definitely not Batman, because I heard nothing but shit things about the Teen Titans DC Universe series, or it wasn't Teen Titans, but it was just like, a series. I watched a few episodes and didn't love it, so, hopefully they learn from the mistakes of that series, because it was definitely a waste of potential, in my opinion. So I will be transparent and say it's been a while since I've read a Teen Titans comic book, but I did definitely enjoy reading them as a kid, and as a teenager, got to get back into them though soon. I think I have a big book of comics, and if not, I'll get to reviewing them at some point, because I have a few other stories I'm reading and writing that I'll review as well, and maybe even some today. It's not a bad vlog idea, but I do hope that the roster of Teen Titans is more or less the one in the 80s, and that I think it could be cool for them to take place in the 80s maybe, even though I haven't watched 80s movies in a while, so maybe I'm kind of not the most informed on how the 80s were. Obviously I wasn't alive, but I do think being set in an older-ish decade I should say, would be cooler than set today. But I do hope the characters are fairly young-ish. Like one fan cast I saw that I did really like was the kid from Shazam who grew up to be Billy Batson and transformed into Shazam. Like I can't remember his name, but he's fairly young, like 22, 23. I think someone like him could be cool as Robin, and the rest of the characters I don't really care, but that one fan cast I think is cool, because there's also another fan cast I saw that got ripped to shreds of, basically, I'm sure you guys have seen the meme of the Perfect Teen Titans doesn't exist, and The Rock is Cyborg, as well as a few other generic common actors fan casted, so hopefully they do be a little less predictable, but still go with good choices. I'm talking too much about the fan cast. I need to talk more about the story. So to be honest, I think the Teen Titans could be a series or a movie to introduce sort of small villains tied in with a bigger villain, because I think as there are multiple Teen Titans characters and they're a team, which I'm hoping the roster will be the same as the animated series from 2003, along with Donna Troy and Wally West as Wonder Girl and The Flash, because I feel like both those characters, The Flash and Wonder Woman, were done absolutely terribly in the previous DC universe. I did not like either character at all, so hopefully they get to have good sidekicks and good interpretations in James Gunn's DC Universe series. But something I definitely want to see in this movie is the Titans Tower. I don't believe we got that in the live action series, which I know I mentioned I wasn't a fan of, but there were some things I did kind of like about a few of the episodes I watched, but those things are sort of not really going to tie well into this vlog. Overall, what I hope about this movie does is, thinking about it, I think it could tie in well with good comedy if it's like 80s, sort of like, campy-ish, but still cool and fun to watch, which ultimately that's what I want, is a fun Teen Titans movie, because that's what made Teen Titans so great. Instead of making it super edgy and emo like the DC Titans series, I wanted to see a little more upbeat, but still a little darkish, if that makes any sense. And the last thing I'll say is I hope the CGI is as good as Bulbasaur in Detective Pikachu Pokemon movie, because that movie had great visuals, but the story was okay, nothing too special, definitely not bad, but if they combine those visuals in with a great story, that could have been such an amazing movie, and really disappointed, as you can tell by my Pokemon hat, that we're not going to see a live action Pokemon movie anytime soon. So yeah, that's another series I'm super nostalgic for, along with DC Titans. So as you can see, I'm really hoping for the best for this movie, and I just want to share my thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more soon. Goodbye.